So how did you get people to kind of come together and support that process too? Because I think, as much as it's powerful to be visionary, you can't just, some of the things I've seen fail weren't the wrong idea, but the implementation or bringing people together wasn't done properly. So then it's
Right.
almost people regressed, 10 steps backwards because they're like, surprise, guess what we're doing? And they're like, no, it's nothing like we did, so I don't want it. Right. So how did you get people to kind of support that, build it together? How did you kind of go through that process?
It's such a good question, and I'll be honest with you, you're probably going to laugh at the answer as I tell it, but what our community wanted was we're extremely fast growth. I mean, fastest growing city in tech in the nation, fastest growing county in the nation right now. Um, and so we had a facilities committee come together, and one of their passions was, which most communities are, college and career for our students, and they wanted a college and career center. So we were blessed to be able to kind of create and design off of that. But what we were able to value add to that, we really took it to the next level, and it was not the traditional. And because of that, we couldn't roll it out like the traditional. When you're gonna, allow businesses to come in and your people to be able to mall walk all day while your kids are having school, it's different, and unique. And so, ironically, we took a box to kind of kick this off. I
Right.
told you, you've got a lot of foundation here, man.
Go,
You
man.
just don't know it. But we took a 6x6 wooden box and we just painted the OC on it and put it on a trailer and just started plopping it all around our community. And then just the
That's amazing.
opposite of what any administrator should ever do, we intentionally asked one question: what's inside the box? And we were trying to create a rumor mill on social media. Um, yeah. So with that, we got everything from, aliens to who knows whatever else are inside the box, but it created an excitement and a buzz that allowed us to begin to tell our story of really what's good for kids and what could happen within a facility when we really put kids in an experience on a daily basis. And they bought into this concept. And then we were able to put them inside the facility. And once you walk it, you feel it. You understand that this is what education should look like, and what we believe is the next generation of education. There's a lot of, honestly, I got more adult eyes on kids in that building than any other school I've got in this entire school district. So it's beginning to tell its own story within our businesses. We're seeing something really unique too. I think pub ed gets a really bad rap right now. I think we all see that. But when I've got, Pine and Ivy every day doing Facebook Lives in their home decor and lighting store inside the OC, she's telling the incredible story of what our kids are doing for her, helping to her market and advertise. So not only are we trying to tell our story, but our community's doing it. And as our community's walking around our building, they're seeing how talented and incredible our kids are every day from the inside out and not from the outside in. And it's making a real impact on our community, but I think also Texas and hopefully the nation.
Well, I first of all, I appreciate it because a lot of people, this has been my mentality, right? Like we're gonna within public education, I believe like people would want to be a part of us. We're gonna create something where people like want to be a part of that, and you
Yeah.
are obviously doing that. One of the questions that's kind of popping into my mind. So, and I don't know if this is the right terminology, but in the mentality is that you probably still have like traditional high school, like a traditional school. How has this process maybe changed some of the things they're doing within those structures, right? Like, because probably some people are like, I want to be at this space, and but I'm here. So, like, how does that changing things like throughout the district, even though you have this one space? Like, how does that kind of help push further some of the opportunities for students, no matter where they are in your district?
So we actually have two high schools, comprehensive high schools, and one is this also helped to kind of tell the story on how things are going to operate. But one's blue and one's gold, and so the OC colors are green. And so our kids come together in that facility, and it is so they're getting all to experience this if they'd like to. This isn't like an academy that they apply to come into. We accept and open our doors to all,
Hmm.
and we have kind of a pretty high expectation how they behave. So I think that's translating back. But also, we open a restaurant on one high school, and we've got a doggy daycare on the other. That's a functioning district business, for our animal science center. So this is just kind of something that we do, and we're hoping that we can continue to expand the integration of what community in schools looks like, and even more than that, the hands-on experiences that our kids can get, and it's beginning to translate back after a year.